Standard Time, every Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every Saturday and Sunday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you have no questions, comment, or concerns, it's going to be a mostly quiet stream, but if you have a question, feel free to type it. Hey, King of the Weather, how you doing? Good morning to you. It's afternoon for me. It might be morning for you. How's your day going? We are at the gym on the Stairmaster today. We are walking on the Stairmaster. Let me know, how's your day going? What are your plans? We just started. Hey Cam, good morning. You're currently on the plane. Okay, nice. No delays or cancellations. Have a great day. Have a safe flight. Always a pleasure when you're on. Hey King of the Weather, how are you doing? You're doing good. But one of your friends keeps on making music videos and dissing you. Well, that means that person's not your friend. So if they're dissing you, they're not your friend. So just ignore them. You can always tell a supervised adult as well. A fake friend, yep, that's a great way to phrase it for sure. Welcome everybody to the stream. Uniquely Mia here. We are at the gym this morning. For this afternoon. How's your day going today? I'd love to know. In these exercising streams, I don't really talk much unless y'all have a question for me or a comment, because I need to conserve my breathing. But welcome. Hey Lion, how are you doing today? King of the Weather said they're doing good. Okay, read that. Hey, how are you doing, D Lima? Glad you could be here. Welcome from Brazil. Hey, what's your name, Jocelyn? What's your name, Mackenzie? Hey, Mackenzie. King of Leather said they also do the same thing. Okay. It's chilly where you're at? In Florida? Okay. Welcome from Florida. What are your plans for today? You said it's chilly, so make sure to wear a jacket and a scarf. What is she doing? I'm exercising. I'm at the gym. I'm on the Stairmaster. So you're essentially walking upstairs. Hey Robert, how you doing? Roberto. Your username looks familiar. Are you a returning supporter? You haven't caught on yet. But this is the Stairmaster, guys. We're exercising. All right. All opinion, people, and ideas are welcome on the stream, guys. But let's communicate in a kind and respectful way, right? Communicate how you would like to be communicated to. Okay, so first time you're here. Okay, so maybe there's another supporter with a similar username as yourself, because your name looks familiar. But I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia. I show you what my life is like. You are welcome for your positivity and uniqueness. I have fashion videos, eat with me, technology video, travel videos, and a lot more. I came to the gym. I did 63 sit-ups. I did 30 arm workouts in total, 15 pounds each arm. Now we're going for about 15 to 18 minutes on the Stairmaster. No, we're not doing moderators. Okay, the weather said Los Angeles. Okay. Whenever you want to call is under flood. Okay, stay safe if you're in Los Angeles. Is gay allowed to comment in your live? Is your name gay? If your name is gay, you're more than welcome to be on the live stream, right? And comment on the stream. Is that your name that your parents gave you? Or are you asking if somebody part of the LGBTQ community is welcome on the channel? All individuals are welcome on the channel, except if you're racist, right? But all individuals are welcome as long as we're communicating to each other in a kind and respectful way. What are we saying? Hey Christopher, how you doing today? You should be in the gym now. Well, you know what? It's 12 p.m. where I'm at. I don't know what time where it is where you are at, but if it's a goal of yours to go to the gym, get up and go to the gym, manifest it, and then enroll in that gym membership. Or if you don't want to pay for the gym, go outside for a walk. I'm from the United States. KP, where are you from? Hey, Willie. Okay. So you said you're gay, so you want to know if gay people are welcome here. As I said, all individuals are welcome on my channel, on the stream, as long as we're communicating to each other in a kind of respectful way. And if somebody doesn't agree with you, don't bash them for their disagreements, right? As long as we can communicate respectfully, you're more than welcome. I'm African American, I'm not Indian. Do I look Indian? Like, I don't think I look Indian, but everybody always asks me that. Hey, Cats and Pokemon, how you doing today? What if you're sexist? Well, low-key, I feel like there are some sexist supporters of mine, but if you're sexist, that is a form of discrimination, right? And if you're sexist and you're unwilling to change your mind, you can see yourself out as well, right? Because this is a choice to be here. It's a choice to subscribe to me. It's a choice to be a supporter of mine. So if you are somebody who disagrees with what I believe in, and you believe in hate, right, and discrimination, why would you want to become a supporter of mine and try to convince me of your hate towards my gender and towards my race? That doesn't make sense to me, right? So if you're sexist, if you're racist, bye-bye. But if you are not any of those individuals, you are more than welcome. I cannot see your comments. I need to hold this phone and answer you guys. Hey, Pinky, how are you doing? King of the Weather said a large portion of central and southern Los Angeles County, southwestern California is under flood. Okay, stay safe. Hey, Mario. I'm doing good. Welcome from India. What's like in India? Hey, Maria. Welcome from Italy, Roberto. I'm from the United States. Hey, Frosters, how are you doing? Oh, you asked what if I'm sexist. That's so funny. That's so funny. I mean, I feel like if females are sexist, it's somewhat different than males being sexist. So it's like a double standard, right? Because I feel like if males are sexist, that means they don't want any female advancement, right? And they're literally trying to install barriers to keep females from entering the same exact space as males, or from keeping females from getting equal pay, right? I feel like when a female is sexist, it's not that we're discriminatory towards males. It's just that we are saying throughout history, males have always been given this or had the opportunities towards this. So I feel like if a female sexist, it's not to discriminate, it's not to like keep you guys out, males. It's just for us to get the same opportunities, right? So it's saying don't give it to a male, give it to a female this one time. So I feel like a female can be sexist, but is just advocating for females' rights hardcore, right? If a male is sexist, it's saying no advocacy for females at all. You want to keep females down, right? That's how I see it. I'm beautiful. Thank you so much for your kind words. You're beautiful as well. Hey, 9595. You're so beautiful. Thank you so much. Willie said, guys, you can learn. Leave your comment. Then we're welcome in her live. You're heading out. Okay, X. Pleasure having you on. Hey, Carvin. Kat said, I'm doing well, Mia. I'm just having a slow morning. Well, glad you're doing well, Cats. It's okay. Sometimes we all have slow mornings. The internet at my school is down. It's like the Wi-Fi in my dorm room is not working at all. So it's definitely been a slow morning for me, too. You should skip a step for 5 minutes. You come to the Stairmaster and you do that. Okay, Bright? I'm not going to do that, though. King of the Weather said, if you're in the LA area or surrounding area, seek higher ground immediately. Stay safe. Hey, Sir Adam. Hey, Robin. How you doing? Hey, Christopher with a K. Hey, Cindy. You're nice as well. Thank you so much for your kind words. Hey, Frosters, how are you doing today? Remember, guys, let's communicate in a kind and respectful way, right? If you disagree with something that I'm saying, you can disagree in a respectful manner. And if you can't do that, that is why you are in timeout right now. Remember, no discrimination, whether that's implicit or explicit. No sexual remarks about an individual. No name calling, right? That's unnecessary. When you name call, that shows you're not using your full capacity, your full critical thinking capacity to think of another way to disagree with somebody. Instead, you want to call somebody's a not nice name, right? Hey, Ray, how are you doing today? What'd you say? All right, let's go. Young Queen, put in the work. Tell your moms I said hello. Will do, will do. How are you doing today, Ray? King of the Weather, or King said, I don't know who that is. King of the Weather said, this includes downtown Los Angeles, California. Yeah, so stay safe. It seems like almost the whole of LA, California is going to be flooding. So stay safe. We don't want anything happening to y'all. Yes, I am at the gym. Desiree, or Desiree. How are you doing today? No, Cats. I saw the message that you said that it was a slow morning. I don't think I skipped any comments, so it may not have come through. No, this is not the first time I'm at the gym. I've been coming to the gym for about 3 months, 2 months, I feel like. Every 2 days a week, twice a week. So yeah. Hey, Thomas. Hey from Mexico. Hey vlogs. Grim Adventure of Billy and Mandy. Dracula comes to mind. I've never heard of that before. Is that a movie? Is that a book? What is that? King said, I just wanted to know what is the black thing on my forehead. Use your critical thinking skills and you can figure it out. I'm doing good, vlogs. How are you doing today? What are you saying? King of the Leather said Malibu okay, is in the path. Okay, thanks for the weather report. Hey, Penguin. I look East African. Okay. Hey, Funky, how are you doing? Time for you to buy silver, and you will thank me later. What, is the silver stock prices going up? I have silver though, but thanks for the recommendation. Do I like white people? I have no feelings towards Caucasian people, right? If I meet somebody who's of a different race than myself and you're nice, I'll be nice to you until you're no longer nice to me, right? So yeah. If you are white, you are more than welcome on the channel, as long as we communicate to each other in a kind and respectful way. King of Leather said, is in the path for flooding. Okay. This is an extremely dangerous situation. Seek higher ground. All right, nice. What am I doing, Edgar? I'm exercising. I'm at the gym. I'm walking up the Stairmaster right now. Hey, Boo, how are you doing today? I'm white and want to colonize you. Okay, you're white and you're about to say bye-bye to the channel. Nice knowing you. Christopher said, are you Ethiopian? No, I am from the United States of America. I mean, my ethnicity, I could be, but I don't know because there's something known as the transatlantic slave trade. So it could be, but one day I'll do one of those ancestry tests or whatever it is and figure it out. That's if I want to pay, because like, why are they charging me like hundreds of dollars to do that? I can spend hundreds of dollars better places. So yeah. I'm doing good. Where? How you doing today? Okay. Hey, Sanal, how you doing? Hey, US. What? Okay. What are we saying? King said, does anybody else wonder what is that thing on her forehead? A lot of y'all, guys, use your critical thinking skills. What do you think this is on my forehead? All right. What's on my head? I'll give you some hints. What's on my head, right? And then what is connected? What is this, all right? You can comb it. It can be braided. You can wash it. Wow, okay, there's a latte floating on my screen. Or is that hot chocolate? Very cool, very cool. Shout out to you, K did. Thank you so much for sending a latte, sending you hearts. Really appreciate your purchase of a gift / donation to the channel. You're helping me get one step closer to paying off my student loan debt. Thank you so much. How's your day going? King of the Weather said, but Portland, Oregon was chill, okay? Thank you again for purchase. Wow, is that like pumpkin pie? That's so cute. Look at the eyes, guys. That was a little too loud, but that was really cute. Sending you hearts. Thank you again for purchasing another gift. That looked like a pumpkin pie. Well, that was really awesome. Oh, okay, East Africa wasn't colonized that much. Oh, okay, did not know that. Learn something new every day. I don't know, though. I really don't know. One day I'm gonna do one of those ancestry, DNA tests, because they tell your ethnicity. So, to figure it out, and I'll let y'all know. Kat said, I don't wonder about King because I'm smart enough. It's not an accidental question. I'm from the United States. Okay, it's my hair. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Lo. You got it correct. It is my hair, all right? Shout out to you for using your critical thinking skills. Love to see it. Hey, Drake, how you doing? It looks like a heart right now, especially with braids. Yeah, somebody told me that yesterday. I've noticed that about my hairline, too. When my mom braids my hair a certain way, or like when I do this, it forms a heart. So, I told y'all, I feel like I'm God's favored sometimes, right? Because God gave me a lot of distinct features, right? Everyone always loves to speak about the gap in my teeth, right? Everyone loves to speak about my widow's peak in my hairline, and now it's forming a heart shape, Everyone loves to speak about my eyebrows sometimes, right? And everyone should think they're God's favorite, right? But God gave me a lot of distinguishable features for sure. We're done. We're at 20 minutes on the Stairmaster. I feel like I could go more, but I feel like tomorrow I'll max myself out on the Stairmaster because we won't be able to go to the gym the following weekend. So I'll max myself out tomorrow. I'm not going to try and max myself out today. Otherwise, tomorrow I won't be able to walk anything on the Stairmaster. But I still feel strong. I feel like I could continue going. But we got to 20 minutes. This is why I like streaming when I'm on the Stairmaster sometimes, because y'all ask very good questions. And when you guys ask me questions that keep me engaged, it's like the Stairmaster goes by really quick. So that's what I did. Let's leave. Let's sit down, decompress, and I'll answer some of your questions. Remember, I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia. I show you what my life is like. All opinion, people, and ideas are welcome, as long as we communicate to each other in a kind and respectful way. I felt stronger at the gym. I say that every week, but I did 63 sit-ups, which is pretty good. I was able to fast track it, so like the first round of sit-ups that I did 30 in the first round. The second round, I did 20, and then the last round, I pushed myself to do 13. And then, yeah. I haven't increased the weight with like the weights that I'm lifting yet, because 15, it's starting to feel a little light when I lift the 15 weights, but it's still somewhat heavy, so that's why I haven't increased yet. But let's see what we're saying. Hey Christopher, and you almost got me motivated and wanting to work out. Well, hopefully y'all can be motivated, because it's not too bad. The first time you do it, it's going to be kind of tiring, but after a while you'll get better and better. Not to be rude, but would you rather the transatlantic slave trade not happen? What in the world? What in the world? What type of question is that? Not to be rude. That's such a, oh my gosh, ridiculous question. Like, what? This is why, like, I'm a nice person. But if you're a returning supporter of mine, you somewhat see. It's really hot, man. I gotta sneak record in the gym, all right? So yeah, but yeah, if you're a returning supporter of mine, you somewhat see that, like, the more and more I live stream, I just give you, like, I don't know, I just give you the most random answers sometimes, because it may not be the nicest answers, but it's like, what type of question is that? Not to be rude, but would I rather the transatlantic slave trade not happen? I'm not going to answer that question. That's like a ridiculous question. I really want to block you from the channel now because you asked that, but I'm not. But like, what type of question is that? What are we saying? Okay. Outfit of the day for the gym. Regular basic outfit, right? But you guys have seen this shirt hundreds of times. These pants are from my sister's closet. These are Adidas. I don't know how much she spent on it, but it fits, right? So that's the outfit. So let's leave now. Hey Ricardo, how are you doing today? Nathan said, I think cornstarch would help you. Help with what? Hey Lo, how you doing, Lo N? You're so in peace and confident in your own self. I love it. Thank you so much for your kind words. That's really nice of you to say. That's really, really nice of you to say. King said, why don't you shave it? It looks disgusting. Thanks for your unsolicited opinion, right? Thanks for feeling comfortable enough to share that. I look the way I look to make myself happy. I'm not adhering to beauty standards or changing my appearance to make you happy, King, or anyone else in the world, right? So, if only the only person who I will adhere to sometimes is my mom. Like, I'll wear something really uncomfortable because she thinks it looks good. But for you, King, you're not that important for me to change the way I look to adhere to you, right? But thanks for sharing that opinion. What are we saying? Looking good, sweetheart. Those eyes though, thanks. Big Rock said, you're beautiful. You're going to be even more beautiful the older you get. All right, thanks. I wish I could send gifts. Well, thank you so much for the thought, King of the Weather. Really appreciate it. The forethought of it. But I really appreciate your support, your continued support. You've been a longtime supporter of my channel. You think you were here when I hit around 1,000 supporters, so that's a long time. So really appreciate your continued support. Kat said, love those floating gifts. They're so cute. No, they were cute, like the latte and then the what is it? Pumpkin pie. That was really cool. This is the area if you're a bench press person, if you want to be buff, I guess this is where you come. Okay, hey from China. Widow's Peak. My wife has the same thing. Okay, cool. It's a devil's horn. Okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know. I mean, all right. Well, thanks for letting me know that. Okay, let's go. I don't like showing y'all my pin because I use the same pin anywhere I go, right? To unlock this. Oh my God, bro. Did I get locked out? The lock is like... Wait, I put in the wrong thing. Okay. Forgot my password. Wait, I think I'm locked out. I need a... 1 second. Okay, I'm in. Forgot my password for a second. King of the Weather, why are you rude? Wait, King, why are you rude? King of the Weather said... Okay, read that. Kat said, hey King of Weather, I keep forgetting you changed your profile picture. Thank you again for purchasing a gift, sending you hearts. Really appreciate the donation. So I'm hot. I'm gonna put on my jacket, but let's go outside. I made that bag at like it's an old t-shirt. I went to a tie-dyeing. I didn't go to a tie-dyeing event. My supervisor invited me to an event. So I went there and they showed me how to make a t-shirt into a tote bag. I can show y'all how to do it if you want. I keep saying that, but nobody has requested, so I'm not gonna like post a video unrequested. But if you want one, let me know and I can show you how to be sustainable. Thank you again for another gift. Really appreciate you. What is that? I don't know. It's a gym schedule. Okay. Hey, I'm Jeanette. Glad you could be here. Oh, I'm on the stepper thing. Yeah, I was on the Stairmaster. So cool. Thank you. Sending you back hearts. Kat said, US, why are you still here if you have a problem with me or the channel? That's a valid question. What are we saying? Phoenix said she just said she was American. Yeah, I am. Hey, Jonathan. Hey, Carlos. Jake said, King, shave, that's nasty. Okay. You're so cute and following. Really appreciate you. Welcome from Doha. I've heard of your country for sure. One day, Queen Mother Uniquely Mom would be there. I love the airlines that y'all travel on when you go to like those those like Middle Eastern countries. For some reason, y'all have like your planes that go to those places. It's just really cool airlines. You just want to go there to go on the plane, right? So one day we'll do that. What are you saying? Hola, ¿cómo estás? That is the extent to my Spanish. Okay, what are we saying? This is new. Yeah. What are y'all saying? I'm trying to read what you guys are saying. Okay. Support said, what qualities about yourself are you most proud of regardless of what others say? I guess qualities, I guess my ability to just be uniquely me. It may sound, but like, yeah, the ability to have people say stuff to me and not affect me. And I feel like my degrees, right, my ability to have gotten those, right, not a lot of people have the opportunities to have that. So I feel like those are definitely two of my qualities that I'm really proud of, no matter what somebody were to say to me, right? Nobody could call me stupid. I mean, yeah, nobody could ever call me that, and nobody could ever call me ugly or unconfident, because even if I don't adhere to your beauty standard, I don't care, because I'm confident in myself, right? And not a lot of people have that ability, I feel like. At least in modern society, especially with the era of technology and different beauty standards and all that stuff. So we're gonna walk around a little bit. I'm not hungry. I do have a meal swipe. I do have one, right? Maybe when we walk around I'll get hungry and I'll go in the dining hall, but I don't know what I ate for breakfast. I didn't. That's a lie. I had a Pop-Tart. Not healthy at all. Okay. Like a cookies and cream Pop-Tart. Like every once a semester I get like the most unhinged junk food that my mom never really bought. My mom did buy Pop-Tarts growing up, but she rarely bought it, right? So I did get that. So I had that for breakfast, and I'm not that hungry anymore. I could show you how to bookstore, but then again, my school's logo is everywhere, so I never really show you guys anything. But let's walk around. What are you saying? Lowen said, stop entertaining goofies. You look amazing. Thank you so much. And you know, low key, I wouldn't say goofies, but I in the past I used to respond to literally everybody, whether that comment was unhinged or not. But what made me stop responding to those type of comments is I remember my mom and I, over the summer, we went to Coney Island, right? And my sister made an appearance on the stream, Bianca, right? Some of my supporters, y'all know who she is. And like, it was a super duper long stream, and I guess she likes streaming. I don't know. She likes the camera on herself for some reason. So she was talking to y'all, and she was skipping over people. Like, people were donating super chats to her and gifts, and but they were asking the most unhinged questions, but she wasn't answering them. And I realized, okay, nobody did anything. Like, okay, nobody answered, but they were still there. Like, the views went up sometimes, right? And she said sometimes people use slangs, but it's really to be disrespectful. So it was from that moment I was like, you know what? I guess I don't have to respond to everyone either. So 9 times out of 10, I'll go through the comments and I'll try to decipher. I'm always trying to use some new word, but then I get tongue-tied, so it comes out really weird, right? But I always try to like critically analyze a comment before I respond sometimes. So it's not to say that I'll ignore all the goofies, as you said, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel like people are genuinely just want to ask this question, because I understand that when I'm on social media, this is a way for people to gain cross-cultural experiences, right? So perhaps somebody watching my live stream, y'all may have an implicit bias, like a bias you don't even know exists, because you've never seen a minority before. You've never seen somebody who looks like me, right? You've never seen somebody who thinks like me, right? So that's why I do try to answer as much of your questions as possible. Okay. Do I like the blues songs? Blues. I feel like I've heard blues before. Like Elvis Presley, is that the blues? I don't know. Then again, he probably stole it from like an African American. They all did that in that era, to be honest. So I feel like if I listen to blues songs, I'll like it for sure. But no song like names are coming to my head. How can someone be a continent? Drake asks. That's really funny. Yeah. Oh, Etta James. I do love Etta James. At last, my love has come along. Like, wait, stop the wedding. Don't actually. Well, I know that song. My mom bought the CD when I was younger, and in the car, anytime we went outside, she would play that. Like, the CD would be on repeat. So I memorized almost all of the songs on that soundtrack. You're just marrying her for spite. It was just so funny. But no, that song is really funny. It's like a lot of character goes into that song with Etta James. I do like her songs now that I think about it. So yeah, I do like the blues. What are you saying? What in the world is that? Oh, it's a bird. Okay. Kat said, Mia, I think low end bully is Buddha because he called you Mia. Oh, okay. Welcome back, Buddha. Glad you could be here. How's your day going? Or LY, low end. What are we saying? What are we saying? Where are we going? I don't know. I'm walking. I'll probably take y'all into the dining hall. I probably will, even though I'm not hungry, just to show you guys, because I know I have a lot of new people here. Hey, she has pink hair over there. There's a lot of pink hair. I'll probably take y'all there and see. All the swings are taking. Like, who tell them to sit on my swing? It's not my swing, but like that's where I would sit. So let's walk around and see. Respectfully, you look like Moan the vampire. Not in a bad way. Okay, I'll Google it if I remember. Mia Africa. I'm African American. If you don't know what an African American is, Google it, please. Like, you ask me, am I from Africa? I'm African American. All right. I don't know. Okay, Drake said show y'all how to make it. Okay, take a screenshot. I have to find an old t-shirt because it requires me to cut his shirt up. So I'll find one and I'll show you guys how to make it. Wow, I'm really behind in the comments. Now, I would sit down, but my back would be that way and somebody could jump me. Nobody's going to jump me, but like, I don't like that. So we're not going to sit down there. Hey, Johnny. You used to be a doctor there. I don't know you. I've never been to a doctor at my school. My school has nurse practitioners, not doctors. And mind you, nurse practitioners sometimes do more work than the doctors, but no legitimate doctors. All right, this is what we're doing. Anytime I swing on this, it gives me a headache. So we ain't gonna swing. We're not gonna swing, all right? I don't know what that game is. Oh, can I play the harmonica? Oh, that's an instrument, right? No, I don't even know what a harmonica looks like. Cat said Manhattan has nothing better to do. This is the highlight of his day. Raja said your English voice and vocabulary is so good. Thanks. I would hope it is, because this is the only language that I speak. Really appreciate it. Kat said, Manhattan, your mother isn't paying the Wi-Fi bill for you to waste your life away like this. I'm doing good, Dr. Harsh. How are you doing today? You're gorgeous as well. Kat said, Mia and Africa are the only words Manhattan knows. Good job, Manhattan. Your form of sentence is good boy, what a treat. Oh, wow. Jake said he hasn't formed one coherent sentence, Kat. Manhattan said Mia to Africa or not Africa. Okay, I see what y'all. Okay. Hey, Syria, how are you doing today? Glad you could be here. Great skin, thank you. Guys, now that you say great skin, is it true that like females like that people go through 2 different puberties? I've heard that a lot on social media. Like they said like when it like I've seen people on social media say when a female turns a certain age, your weight is gonna change again, and then you could get pimples on your face and all that. Did I go through puberty already to like what? Have pimples on my face again? And what if like no, so that just motivates you to continue going to the gym, right? And I guess it makes sense if you look at my siblings, because they were always like a certain weight, my mom said, like before they turned a certain age, and as soon as they turned a certain age, they just look completely different. That's not gonna be me. So we gotta continue going to the gym, and if I do need a skincare regimen, what skincare products do y'all recommend? Because the only pimple that I have is the occasional pimple on my forehead. Right? We don't want, if you guys have struggled with acne, I empathize with y'all. Nothing wrong with that, but like I'm not a makeup person, so I really cannot develop acne. I really can't, guys. So yeah, that just came to my head when y'all said that I have really good skin. Hey, how are you doing today? I got a song recommendation for you. Okay, it's a soothing one. Listening to Cold Mess by okay, listen, I'll listen to it. All right, welcome from Russia. In Russia we drink vodka instead of water. Okay, hopefully y'all are healthy. Didn't you guys say it's cold there? So didn't they say alcohol raises your body temperature? I thought that's why y'all do it. Or maybe I watch too much movies. Probably that's why. Probably heard that in a movie. I don't know. How do I do? I'm doing good, Jalen. How are you doing today? There's someone behind me, Love Positive. What in the world? Oh, there's not. Why are you freaking me out? Okay, let's leave. Let's go where there's people. Okay. In my comment, I guess I made your day. Kat said, Mia, you're swinging again? Yeah. I realize if I go really slowly, it doesn't necessarily hurt my head much, but it was getting to me. It's like anytime I leave the gym, my body temperature is high, so it's kind of, so I can't like button my jacket, but now my body temperature has cooled down, so it's a little cold now. So let me make sure I have that meal swipe. So I might just go in there to sit down, but I'm really not hungry, guys. You guys are gonna freeze for 30 seconds. 30 seconds, don't go nowhere. Even show me if I have that meal swipe. So we're just gonna go and test it out. See if we get rejected or not. I always get rejected on Saturdays because I can't remember if I used all 3 of my meal swipes, but I checked the wrong place and I'm not 100% sure. We're gonna check again to see if I used that swipe or not. Love Positive said females through one puberty but has several things that happens over the few years. Huh? Okay, thanks. What are you saying? I think great skin defines how you really feel inside if you're healthy inside. I would disagree. I mean, I am a healthy individual. I do strive to live my life healthy, but since I am not at home, right? If you are a returning supporter of mine and you've seen the meals that I eat there, I wouldn't categorize them as healthy at all. So that's one reason why I force myself to come to the gym, because it's like I eat a lot of not good food at school because that's what I have access to, right? So my insides are probably really bad. And I know that because my mom, when I was growing up, she had me watch a lot of like health, like, what is it? You know, like those human body movies. So those movies, I watched a lot of those in addition to animals. You know, you remember when you saw those like National Geographic movies with like with the cheetah hunting down like the elephant? I saw all that when I was growing up. It was a little traumatizing, but it was good to watch, but like it was low-key kind of, I'm like, why did you film that? Why did people actually film the elephant getting eaten by the cheetah, right? But I saw all that, so I could say I know I'm not 100% healthy inside because of what I consume, right? So I don't think, it's honestly genetics. Genetics play the factor into the type of, because my mom, okay, let's not talk too much about her skin. My mom has good skin, right? But she wore in the, I guess when she was younger or whatever, she wore a lot of makeup. My mom said, like, how to decide. My mom has good skin. She doesn't have acne, but sometimes she has some bumps, right? My sister, okay, let's just be my sister. I love my mom. Let's not say no. My mom's perfect. Her skin is perfect. It's perfect, right? But my sister, Bianca, her face is bumpy. She got the pimples. She got the bumps and everything, right? But she wears makeup. So she wears a lot of makeup, so I can understand why she has that. So it's either you're putting a lot of makeup or chemicals on your face and you don't have a good skincare regimen, right? So that's going to make you not have clear skin. And her genetics is a contributor into that. Look at them taking graduation pictures. Am I going to get graduation pictures? No. I don't really care, honestly. Just get my degree. Let me go home. I mean, that's what I want. But look at them taking pictures. They're undergraduate. They don't have the hood for the masters. I have 2 of them. I'm very tempted to take my hoods home and ask my grandfather to like cut it and sew it into one, but my school might prevent me from walking. If y'all don't know, my mom had to buy 2 master's hoods for me since I'm studying public administration and criminal justice. So it's going to be very bulky because I'm going to be the only one probably on stage walking with 2 different hoods. So what I wish would have happened, I wish they sold like a hood that has like purple on one side, blue on the other, right? But they don't do that. So I could take my hood home, and if I asked my grandfather, he would sew it for me. But I'm not going to do that because I feel like my school, they might prevent me from walking if I do that. That's the only reason, right? Bad on my school. Really bad on y'all. Terrible. They got me paying money for 2 different degrees, but they can't accommodate for one cohesive graduation hood. Ridiculous. Love Positive said there are things that happen that can make it feel like puberty, but it's not hormone shift. Late 20s pregnancy. Ew. Oh my God, bro. Premenopause. Okay, 40, 50s. Well, I'm good then. All right. I guess I'll look the same the way that I look now for the rest of my life. Really, really good. Hey, Julius, how you doing? You're a gospel artist. Awesome. Okay. What are y'all saying? Drake said black people have the best skin and the sun is not killing us. Yeah, that is true. You can see that on social media. Like people on like TikTok and stuff, they'll be like, they're like a black woman, they would post that they're like 40 and they don't even look their age. They look like somebody who's around my age. I'm like, what in the world? Look at your skin, man. It's nice and clear. It's just, it looks smooth, right? So here to enjoy the content. Fashion videos, eat with me, technology videos, and a lot more. I live stream every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Outside of that, I post fully nutritional YouTube videos, eat with me's, travel videos, manicure videos, and a lot more. So let's go into the dining hall and see if we have any meal swipes. Normally I don't have on Saturday because I use it up. But I'm fairly confident I think I only used 2, but we'll see. Hello. Hi. Okay, it ran out. Thank you. Oh, no thank you. I'm good. So I used it. I knew. That's funny. School is stealing swipes from me. I ordered out 1. I don't feel like I used all 2. They're stealing swipes from me. I don't care. What are they doing? Are they moving in or are they moving out? I don't know. All right, what do we say? Kat said, Manhattan, you're truly blessed. You're truly blessing me as live stream with steady, consistent, steady engagement. Thank you for the supporting my fellow YouTuber. Yes, thank you for making that noticeable, Cats. And thank you, Manhattan. Really appreciate it. Where are you from, America? Yes, I am. Going to no dining hall. All right. Let us go into this building here. I go to the dining hall tomorrow. So if you guys want to see what my school's dining hall looks like the video, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications. I have dining dollars. I could have paid to go with my dining dollars, but I don't want to do that because it's not good. I'm probably going to have to go to like my school's like convenience store at the end of the semester and spend it out because for some reason this semester, I guess I've been starving myself or what, but I have a lot more dining dollars than I normally would have had, and I have to spend it out because it's not going to roll over to next semester because I won't be here next semester. So if I don't spend it, I'm going to lose my money. So we'll do that maybe after Thanksgiving break. You have to do it when I come back to school. Alrighty. Thank you so much for purchasing the super chat. Love Positive, sending you hearts. They were just a $9.99 super chat. You were helping me get one step closer to paying off my student loan debt. Really, really do appreciate you. Thank you so much for donating your hard-earned money. Shout out to you. All right. Ugh, I'm hot. Alrighty, guys. So what are we saying in the chat? Where can I walk and show y'all? I guess I can walk to another building and show you guys, but let's chat first a little bit. Let me respond to some of your comments because I know I'm behind, I feel like. And yeah. Just tell your sister on the bus. Okay. What's the longest fast food ever? What's your longest fast from food ever? Or what's my longest fast from food ever? When I was an undergraduate, I used to go to work like every Friday. I would work from like 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. because I wanted to work 1 day a week, right? So I worked from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and I wouldn't eat. I would not eat. So I would go to work at 9 and I would not eat until I got off of work. And sometimes I had to like go to the mall to get food. So sometimes I wouldn't eat until 6 p.m. So that's like more than like 8 hours, right? So like, yeah. Okay. Love Positive said, Manhattan, you can't afford self-respect. You need to come back when you have some unique to give. Me a priceless. Actually, okay, cool. Yeah, I blocked them. I did not see that outlaw until just now. Drake said, Lord, this is every Saturday, whatever. No, like really, it is every Saturday that it happens. And I think last Saturday you were the one who told me I didn't have swipes. So yeah. I thought I don't remember using it. I don't think I went outside 3 times today to my school's dining hall this week or last week. So very surprising. But we'll go tomorrow. We should just like say every Sunday is the swipe day. I could have gone in. I could have used my dining dollars. They would have probably taken like 11 dining dollars, but I'd rather wait to the end of the semester and just get a whole bunch of junk food. I can re-gift junk food if you don't know what to get somebody, or like I can take the junk food home, right? So I'd rather just do that at the end of the semester. Yeah. But thank you again, Love Positive, for purchasing a $9.99 super chat, sending you hearts. Really appreciate you. Hey, Clark Kent, we got Superman in the chat. Okay. Stay away from that kryptonite. Like, you always going towards the kryptonite when you know that you are not going to survive, Clark Kent, all right? So I don't need another situation where, like, you get stabbed or shot with kryptonite and the movie ends, all right? And another reboot where they're making the same exact storyline. Learn from your mistakes, Clark Kent, okay? Okay. And then, are you asking if I've ever lied or stolen before? What's before? I don't know what that is. Oh, I don't know what before is. Drake said they've literally been calling him Nathan. What type of name is Manhattan? What do you say? Hey, Glenn, how are you doing today? Hey, Draco, how are you doing today? Draco Malfoy, okay. Glad you could be here. No, you're just Draco, okay. You're pretty. Thank you so much for your kind words. I'm doing good today, Glenn. How are you doing? We broke God's law, but Jesus paid our fine, okay. I like the sitting and chatting stream. Yeah, the sitting and chatting streams are definitely fun. Like, they're definitely how, like, one of my most consistent type of streams that I do. So I really do enjoy it. So I'm glad that you enjoy the sitting down and chatting streams as well, Cats and Pokemon. Really, really means a lot. And shout out to you guys for your continued support. Yeah, but when I can, I do try to make the adventure type streams just to see if you guys like different type of content with, like, the gym. And, like, I will say now, when I first started the gym streams, I did do it for y'all, but now I'm doing it more so for myself because it holds me accountable and actually makes sure as I exercise. When I go home, I don't think I'll be able to stream my exercise at home because my room is too small, and like it's too much. Like, we gotta literally set up a big studio when I go home to stream, right? That's too much to do that. So you won't see me exercising like when I go home live streaming, but I'll still do sit-ups, right? I won't be able to use the Stairmaster, but I'll still be consistent and try to do some sit-ups at least for a while. So yeah. And thank you again for purchasing a gift. Really appreciate you. Sending you hearts. What are we saying? Transfer the trust from yourself to the Savior. Okay. D support said Fed hat and silence is free. What is that? Thoughtfulness is priceless. That is true. Depends on the property. Okay. Kat said wise words. D support, nice. D support said thanks. Kat's nice. What's yours? What do we have here? Pink kryptonite is fun. I've never seen pink kryptonite. I've only seen the green one. They have pink kryptonite, or is that something new that like the fandom created? What are we saying? Hey, how are you doing, Chandra? Okay, glad you could be here.
I don't think Starbucks is open.
So I think they have an event in here. Sometimes they have like sorority events because this building is busy. It's normally not this busy. Who in the world is that? Oh, internet. The internet in my dorm room is out. It's not working still. I'm like, who just emailed me? The internet people. They're probably saying, I don't understand my school. Like, it's upperclassmen. They literally slack on upperclassmen. Like, because when I was an RA, like last year and the years before, I would always be in like the freshman community because I wanted to be an RA over freshmen, right? The internet, it never went out. There was never like an outage of like, okay, one time there was like a blackout electricity. That was literally one time. But internet, water never went out. Upperclassmen, why is the water going out like every other week? They're like, hey, we're we're turning off the water for maintenance. Literally, every 2 times a month, twice a month, the internet is going underneath some type of maintenance. They really treat these upperclassmen really bad, and they're charging them like even more money sometimes for housing, and the facilities are not that good. First year housing is much better, so it's really bad sometimes. Okay. Have I ever had a white boyfriend? Have I ever had a friend that was a boy that was white? I don't know. Maybe in elementary school. I really don't remember all my elementary school friends. I don't know. I really don't know. I would be a great lawyer, Mia. All right, thanks. Tell it to the admissions council. Yeah, so that's to them, not me. But thank you so much for your kind words. D Support said some have never been taught healthy ways to express disagreements. But why? Why do you think I would be a good attorney? Why? Why do you say that? Yeah, I do agree though, D Support. Yeah, some people have never been taught healthy ways to express disagreements. Yeah, that is definitely true. Yeah, can definitely see that for sure. I feel like you often see it on social media, like in the comment section. Sometimes we're on social media right now, but I feel like you often see it there when people are like sharing their disagreements, but like when people disagree with them, you're bashing that person for disagreeing with you, right? Like I don't know if I've been taught to share my disagreements. Like I always tell y'all, I've just always been encouraged to, like, if I disagree with somebody or something, maybe in my household sometimes I'm not able to tell that person exact, but I can always tell my mom, right? My mom would prefer I tell her what I have if I have a disagreement with said individual rather than the person sometimes that I have that disagreement with. And sometimes I actually do that because I'm like, it's really funny. Sometimes I'll have disagreements with people and I will go to my mom and I'm like, Mom, this person said this to me. You really need to go and mediate this for me. Otherwise, I'm going to say something and I know I'm going to get myself in trouble. Like, I've literally done that before because it's just so funny. And I'm laughing because when that happens, it's really rare that happens, but it happens sometimes. And it's like so funny when it happens because it's like, I'm having some control over my behavior and how I react and how I express my disagreements. It doesn't always happen, but sometimes it does, and it's really funny when it does happen, though. You love my voice and smile. Thank you so much. What are we saying? You like my sister? I don't know your sister. Who's your sister? Your name is Sanal. Welcome. D Support said, do you think being rude is funny or part of internet culture? I have something known as dark humor sometimes, so I'm not the best person to ask, right? If people with dark humor, sometimes we'll see somebody fall down and, like, even though we're gonna ask them if they need help, I'm gonna laugh at you sometimes, right? But I'll ask you if you need help and I want to make sure you're safe. So like, I feel like when you have dark humor, sometimes people will say something rude and you're gonna laugh at them because it's like I told you, sometimes my mom would be upset with me and like she'll go on rants, and sometimes I just start laughing at her when she's yelling at me because I'm like, what are you doing? Like, it's so funny sometimes. Like, I have this much control over your emotions because that's what you're showing me. Like, I have this much power over your emotions that, like, I'm not even yelling. Sometimes I don't even know what I did, and like, you're going on this rant and I just have to laugh, right? It's really funny though. So I feel like, I don't know, I feel like sometimes being with somebody's being rude to you in that context, it can be funny, right? But then again, it depends on what type of rudeness. Like that question earlier that somebody asked, they were like, not to be rude, but do you wish the transatlantic slave trade never happened? Like, what type of question is that? I feel like that was internet culture. That was definitely showing through. That wasn't funny. I feel like that was just that individual trying to be blatantly rude in a way, or trying to be slick with it, as my mom will say, right? What does slick even mean? Like, where did she get that word from? Like, I don't know. But I feel like that's what it is. That wasn't funny, right? And I feel like that's internet culture, because the internet makes people comfortable with being rude sometimes and saying things that are like totally disrespectful, totally inappropriate, and totally unhinged, right? The internet, it makes you guys think you're safe. You're not safe on the internet. You see how I'm showing my face? So like I do have to be careful what I say because I am showing my face. You guys who are supporters of mine, who watch other live streams, you also have to be careful with what you say. Because if somebody really wanted to figure out who you are, like your address, your name, your job, they can do that. Your phone, your YouTube account, it's connected to like your email, it's connected to your real name, which is connected to your IP address, and a whole bunch of other things. Good hackers, you can hire that. The government, your real identity can be found out, right? So you always have to be careful what you say. Are they having a tour? It looks like they're having a tour. So that's why you have to communicate how you would like to be communicated to, I feel like, on social media. Kat said, what type of building is this, Mia? Are there classes here? Yes. So this is a new building. I think I told y'all I've been at the school longer than this building. I remember when they were building this building. So on the 5th floor, I don't think I ever showed y'all the 5th floor. I would, but I have to walk upstairs. I just walked up a whole bunch. But it's 5 floors, and I've never had a class in this building, but I have had meetings, and I've been to the lounge because the honors lounge is here, and I was in the honors advisory leadership council, right? So I met every Wednesday upstairs, but this is a classroom. This is a big one. I did host an event here for HALC, the honors council that I was on. We did host the Family Feud event in here, but I've never had a class in here. When I was an RA, I had a meeting in here. I had a meeting in that building over there. I'll show it to y'all. But they have 5 floors. It's a cool building. There's also, I had an interview in here one time. Like, I was going to be like a tutor, right? But then again, it didn't work out because I wanted to start in the summer and they wouldn't let me start. So I had a meeting in here. This is one of the smaller classrooms. But yeah, every building, guys, every single building in my school, there's a classroom in it. 1 year, I had classes in the gym 1 year. It was psychology classes. I did not know the gym had classrooms. That year, when I looked on my transcript, not my transcript, but like my class schedule, it said, your class is in the gym. I'm like, what do you mean my class is in the gym? That doesn't make any sense. So because I feel like the funds that they're using at my school to build these buildings, it obviously has to justify and be like part of an educational purpose. So I guess they have to at least build one classroom each. And I guess these are study rooms. So you can rent out these study spaces and use it. I've never rented a study space because I really don't know how to do that. Let me see do they give students access, or do you actually have to rent it? Oh, I'm so sorry. I did not see you. Okay, so students have access. Somebody was in there. I did not see that girl in there. But so students automatically have access to the study lounges, which is nice. That's another classroom. So yeah, this is the first floor. They have Cinnabon in here as well. Love Positive said they treat you the worst because you're about to no more money to make from you. Yeah, I can definitely see that for sure. Hey Clark, how you doing, Clark? Can't get your affairs in order because the end is here. Are you one of those people who believe in the rapture is coming? You know what? If the end is near, low-key sucks, but like, no more schoolwork, right? No more schoolwork, no stress over a job. Like, I mean, I didn't get to travel to all the countries I want to travel to, which is, I'm bummed out about that. But like, the end of the world, nothing we could do about it now, right? Yeah. What are y'all saying? Kat said, Clark, how do you know the end is near? Focus said, hey, what we're talking about. I'm just going through the comments. I am behind, so I'm trying to read as fast as possible, and I'm answering y'all. But how are you doing today? Tom said, I hope the people in the background achieve their degree and flourish in life. Hopefully they'll be able to eradicate animosity, towards random homeless people. There's no incentive for an Ivy League. Okay. Cool. Thank you, puppy. Glad you like my nails. How are you doing today? Somebody's listening to Soda Pop. K-pop Demon Hunters. Okay. Tom said, I'm going to assemble a summit to negotiate a peace treaty. Okay, nice. Shout out to you. Okay, Sirius said they think I'll be a good lawyer because I'm a public speaker. I got empathy, and even though you're a nice person, plus you know how to be cruel, to be kind in the right measure. And you're a criminal justice grad, if I'm right. Yeah, I am a criminal justice graduate student, but I feel like, yeah, but that can be applied to a lot of different careers too, though. Not just a lawyer, but I can understand your perspective. But thank you so much for your kind words. Thanks for your kind words. But yeah. Um, yeah. Hey, Number, how are you doing today? Do you like Harry Potter movies? I love Harry Potter movies. Love Harry Potter movies. Like, really, 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 really cool. Like the lore around it, the magic. Where's my letter to Hogwarts? I want my letters to Hogwarts. It's really cool. I remember there's a quote, and the quote is so funny, right? Because in a previous live stream of mine, I remember a supporter of mine was like, "What if all this isn't real?" That supporter was like, "What if we're all living like in a simulation, or what if this is all happening inside of your head, right? Does that mean it's not real, right?" And then a quote, to quote Albus Dumbledore, what he said to Harry Potter. It's so funny. Harry Potter was like, that was a scene where like, he was looking into Severus Snape's memory, right? Or no, Tom Riddle's memory, Voldemort's memory. And like Harry, he asked Dumbledore, he was like, "Professor, is this all real?" And then, or no, Harry was like, "Professor, is this all real? Or is it all just happening inside of my head?" And then Dumbledore was like, "Of course it's happening inside of your head, Harry, but it doesn't mean it's not real," right? I don't know why I memorized that quote. It's so funny. But like, I guess you can understand why people have severe mental health conditions sometimes, right? And empathize with them and say that's why you shouldn't bash them, right? That's instead why you should ensure that they get treatment, because what's happening, it's not real, but it's happening inside of their head, which doesn't mean it's not real, right? You kind of get what I mean? Right? So that's why we should empathize. Yeah, it was a sorority event. They have a lot of different girls coming out. Not a lot of diversity though, but yeah. What are we saying? Haunted building? It's not haunted. They just had people in here. Put the fart in the mic. I don't have a mic. I have a mic, but I don't have a wireless microphone, so I don't walk outside with it. What are we saying? D Support said, "What lessons from childhood still guide you, and which one should you let go?" Let's see. You see the people, they're walking around. What lessons from my childhood still guide me? I just be a dreamer. I don't know. Just dream or manifest for what you want. Like, that's why, honestly, I feel like that's one thing. And then a lesson that we should leave behind or let go of. I don't really know. That's a lot of people. Wow. That is not a diverse sorority at all. So that's all the people. What should we let go of? Never give up. I feel like I'm saying don't, like, obviously never give up. If there's something you really want to achieve, continue to try and strive to achieve it. But there's a certain point, especially the older you get sometimes. There's a certain point where like you're really trying hard, but then it's just not working out. You can still achieve your goals, but you just have to like readjust and see if there's other ways you can get there, right? So I feel like when we're young, and I still never try to give up, right? So there's goals that I want to achieve. I don't think I'm anywhere close to wanting to give up. Depends, right? It depends, right? So yeah, but like I feel like when we're young, our parents often tell us never give up. If you try hard enough, you're always going to achieve your goals. Sometimes that's not true, unfortunately, right? So sometimes we do have to know when to give up, right? And just see if there's another pathway that we can take to achieve our goals, right? So that's a good lesson to always remember, I feel like. But yeah, dreamers, that I feel like a lesson that still guides me is to manifest and dream for what I want, for sure. What are we saying? Blitz said, "We gotta start hitting the trolls with Africa." No. Okay. Harry Potter. Okay, we got a Harry Potter fan. You know the spells. I don't think I've ever had a supporter of mine actually say a Harry Potter spell in the chat. Okay, I see you, Blitz. I see you. No, that would be so good. Like, that would be so good to hit them with that spell. They probably will not know what I'm talking about, though. Like, that'll send them flying back for sure. Yeah, Tom Riddle is Lord Voldemort. Yup. No, that just caught me off guard. I did not know that you guys knew some of the spells. Okay, very cool. Kat said, Mia, would you ever consider joining a sorority? I definitely considered it during undergrad, right? But like I said, my school wasn't very diverse, right? And they did have like the sororities that some of the HBCUs have, right? Because I don't want to be, you know how like, because like sorority has history, right? Each sorority has a history. Even though modern society like obviously becomes more open sometimes, sororities oftentimes started in an era when people were not like, it wasn't positive for all people, right? So like if I join a sorority, I want it to be one that I want it to be like an African American sorority predominantly, right? So I go to a PWI. So they did have those African American sororities at my school, but like they were always secretive on how to join. Like, cause they have like two of them. I think they have AKA and they have another one. But like I always researched how to join and it was always very secretive. And I'm like, if you're not posting your information to make it publicly available, why in the world do I want to join your sorority? Make your information available, make your prices available, what you have to do. They were like, you have to attend some meetings, you got to talk to this, but no, I don't like that. So that's why I've never actually joined one of those type of like sororities. And then they obviously have the other ones at my school, right? But then they're not that diverse. So I considered it when I was younger for sure. Honestly, prior to me enrolling in higher education, it was always an idea in my head that I would come to university, I would join a sorority, I would have a lot of friends, I would get this degree, I would go into this program really easily. Like by this age, I'm making this amount. It's not like that. It really isn't. So I feel like once you're in the setting or the environment of something, it obviously changes a little bit. But now at my age, or not my age, but now at my current education level, I will not join a sorority because even though I do plan to further my education after, the higher degrees that you get when you try to join the sorority after undergrad, it gets a lot more expensive. So like if I were to join a sorority as an undergrad student, what is it? The pledging fees will probably cost like $1,000 probably. As a grad student, it probably now costs me $2,000 to join. As a law student or a PhD student, it's gonna cost me more, like $3,000 to join, right? If I plan to, yeah, those are the only two degrees that I could possibly get unless I want to get a medical school degree because I'm maxing out on the degrees that I could get. So yeah, so I only have two other options in which I could join a sorority, and it's just gonna cost me a lot more money to do that. At this point in time, I'd rather spend the money on myself or my mom. So yeah. You successfully restarted. Okay, cool. But how are you in a sorority, Cats? And let me know in the chat. Is anybody in a sorority? Do you like it? My sister said that when she was in undergrad, she had the option to be in a sorority, but she was like, it's like a cult. She was like the pledging for it. She was like, they try to make you do a whole bunch of things that you don't want to do. And like, if you don't do it, you're out of it. So I don't know how true that is, or if she was just exaggerating. Low-key, I feel like sometimes she told me stories and she was just exaggerating, but that's what she said. So she was never in a sorority. What's my dream job though? I have no idea. Okay, that's a lie. My dream job is a job that's putting a lot of money in my bank account. Ideally 6 figures for sure. I don't really, like, obviously I don't want to say I don't care what job I do because I do have an idea of the job that I want, but I don't know if it's bad to say, but I just want a job that's paying me a lot. Like my dream isn't to work. Why am I dreaming to work, right? But if I have no choice but to work, I do have an idea of the type of career that I want. But like if an opportunity presents itself and that's going to be paying me the type of money that I want, forget my dream job or my idea of a dream job. I'm going with the money. So I don't know if it's bad to say, I don't care, but that's my dream job. That's putting a lot of money in my bank account. That's going to allow me to travel and allow my mom to travel and allow my mom to get whatever designer bag she wants or items that she wants when she wants it, like that. So yeah. What are we saying? Okay. Hey, how are you doing, Dills? Glad you could be here. Nathan said, okay, what's the devil horns on my head? All right. What do I know about Brazil? It's very close to Guyana, South America. I know Brazil is like after the border of Latam and Guyana. Yeah. Brazilian butt lifts. Oh my God, bro. I'm so sorry. I don't know. That's so funny. But yeah, you guys are known for your cosmetic surgeries, like Turkey, what is it, Istanbul and Brazil. Y'all are known for your cosmetic surgeries that people get. So yeah. Tom said, I hope the students in the background grievances get addressed. Unfortunately, I'm not able to leave the world prematurely, okay? And I can't conform to get their approval. All right, thank you so much for letting me know. Yeah, never conform to get somebody's approval. You shouldn't conform. You should just have somebody's approval, just being uniquely you. So yeah, my family has definitely tried to allow me to conform or tried to make me conform. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I've never had to conform to get my mom's approval. I just always had to be uniquely me, honestly. And sometimes when I didn't conform, she would get really mad at me. I was like, okay, tomorrow she's nice to me, so I still didn't have to conform. She had to change her opinions or don't tell me your opinions anymore. Because I'm not changed, ma'am. I'm being authentically me. And if you don't like me for being authentically me, forget about you. I don't care who you are. So yeah, Drake said, that's how I look at it. I can't let people talk to me crazy. No way. I would go in to join a frat, yeah. Yeah, and I've definitely seen like that they said hazing is no longer a thing, but like some people are like, that is still a real thing. But have you seen those schools, like the University of Alabama? Their sororities are like out of this world. Like they literally have, it's like a movie. They literally have like the houses dedicated to them. So the people who are in it, sometimes they said they like it, but like it's like you're paying for your friends, you're paying for a lot. But then they said when you like graduate, that's how you get jobs sometimes too. So I guess it is an investment, you can say, for some people. So I understand why they do it. What do we say? Hey SRL, how you doing? Thank you so much for the love. Do you know why you're so beautiful? Yeah, because God made me this way, honestly. I don't know. This is how God made me. Shout out to you, God. You did your, what is it? Big one is this say? I don't like that saying. I'm not going to say it. I've heard that on TikTok. I don't like that. We're not using that. But yes, God paid special attention to me when I was being created, for sure. Sell your soul? Why would I sell my soul? Kat said, I'm not in a sorority, okay? And I'll never join, okay? Oh, you went to PWI? Okay. And they weren't very diverse. They were black ones, but I feel like it's low-key paying for friends. No, that's what I feel like, too. It's paying for friends. It's paying for networking, for sure. Yeah, if I went to, like, an HBCU, I would have definitely joined one, I feel like. But I'm kind of glad I didn't go to HBCU, though, because, like, there's always a lot of controversy around HBCUs, and their tuition is ridiculously expensive. So, yeah, but I can understand that for sure. That's how I view it too. Like, you're paying for your friends, you're paying for your networking experience, but it could be an investment, like I said, in their future. So you never know too. D Support said, if money doesn't matter, what job would I choose? If money doesn't matter, what job would I choose? I'll be a Nepo baby, honestly. As much as it sounds cliche, it's not that I like Nepo babies because of their wealth. I mean, they have an unlimited access, but like, it's because they have the choice. They are not stressing over anything. Like me, because of my mom, it's like, okay, I'm a graduate, right? I'm not stressed to get a job immediately, right? Like, that's not my goal, right? My goal is to go into another program, right? So, I do have a semi option to say as when I graduate, I don't immediately need a job, right? Because I have the support of my mom, which is great, right? But at the same time, I am going to ultimately need to get a job like one day, right? I feel like if I had unlimited access to wealth, when I say I would be a Nepo baby, it's saying that, okay, as soon as I graduate, I'm jumping on an airplane. You'll see me, but like every month we're in a different country. Like every month we're in a different country doing something cool, right? If I want to work, if I want to donate to a charity, if I want to enroll in another degree program, I can do that, right? But I won't feel pressured to do so, right? It's like now, right? It's like, okay, I'm graduating. I don't have to get a job immediately. If it's not to say that I feel pressured to get accepted into another degree program, but if I don't get accepted into another degree program, what in the world am I gonna do? Like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna be home and it's like, okay, no acceptances, no job offers, okay? I could try again and reapply, but then what I'm gonna do, just be home and try again to reapply? Feel like a failure, right? Like, you worked so hard, you got all this, it's not working out, essentially, right? If you're a Nepo baby, you have unlimited access to wealth, there's no feelings of being a failure. There's no feelings of being pressured to do this, right? You just have free will to do what you want to do when you want to do it, right? So if I had unlimited access, if money didn't matter, if the job didn't matter, that's what I would choose. I would choose to travel and make content, right? That's what I would do. I would still educate. Yeah, I would still do research because I like doing research, right? But I like doing it on topics that I want to research. I would still do that and use my degrees that I have, but I wouldn't feel pressured to do it. So yeah, and it is a job because there are people who have their jobs to travel. There are people who like that. It's either they work for a company and they're able to do that, or it's either that like were content creators and they started their own business and now they really blew up, so they're really wealthy now, so they can do that, right? But it's really rare and it's really hard to do that. But my mom wasn't a Jeff Bezos, right? She wasn't like one of those people. I mean Jeff Bezos' man, so like my dad wasn't Jeff Bezos. Oh my god, bro. It really wasn't. So shout out to my mom. She did really good. She really worked hard. She really supports me. Really appreciate her for that, right? So positive mindset is the key, right? Positive mindset all the way through. Fingers crossed, right? What are you saying? Okay. Kat said Tom message felt a little cryptic. Not going to lie. Yeah, Tom, I think maybe if I feel like that's probably why I probably didn't give you a full comprehensive answer. Hey Zeth, how are you doing today? You like my forehead, thanks. Kat said, okay, read that. Hey Muhammad, I'm doing good. How are you doing today? Hey Evan, how are you doing, Evan? I'm from the United States. Hey Gelson, how are you doing? Hey AI, good news, master. I'm not your master. Okay, people have agreed to the terms of your treaty. Okay, what treaty? Welcome from Brazil. Sirius said if it's money, then law school is waiting for you, but wish you money making success. Have you ever applied to law school? I mean, you're saying it's waiting for me. Do you know how hard it is to get in? So people always say that. They're like, this is waiting for you. Okay, bet. Where's my stuff? Where is it? So it's like, so I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, that the career pays a lot if you go into the right career of it. That is true, but like, it's not waiting for me. It's waiting for me to compete to get in, right? It's really hard to get in, so yeah. You know what was waiting for me? Graduate school, because it was hard to get in. I knew I would get in, so that was waiting for me. So shout out to grad school for that. That's really cool. But yeah. What are we saying? What's my favorite color? Love the color pink, and I'm not wearing any pink. I mean, you could say this, but this is kind of peach. But pink is really, really cool. Love the color pink. No pink in my nails. I really want to try something new. I feel like I'm gonna change it. I probably will change it before Friday again, but I'm just not vibing with it. I'm not vibing. Even though you guys like it, you guys have been telling me you really like my nails, but it's not me at all, I feel like. But we're gonna leave it on at least until Monday, right? And see, but I'm not. It's not my favorite. What are we saying? Tom said, I want to expand my coconut, okay, but the students are extremely dehydrated. I sacrifice my self-interest to feed the needy. I mean, don't sacrifice your self-interest to feed the needy. I mean, how are you not going to take care of yourself or achieve your goals before you want to try and help other people? Like, how are you going to do that? It's like I was on TikTok today. Well, I wasn't on TikTok until I was looking, but somebody on TikTok sent me a message. Literally, they were like, "Hi, I'm a single mom. Can you help me?" On TikTok. I'm like, I was like, that caught me off guard, because I'm like, they sent me a private message on TikTok asking me that question, and then I'm like, what makes you think I could help you? Like, what makes you think I could do that? Like, so like I responded to them. I was like, no, like I didn't want to respond to them, right? But like, I'm like, their subscriber, they followed me on TikTok. That would have been really rude. Normally I don't care, but like I was like, let me just send them a message, because maybe they don't know that they could reach out to their government. I was like, hey, sorry I can't help you. Reach out to your government, right? And reach out to your government. Maybe or community, maybe there's assistance programs that can help you, right? And that person's like, okay, thank you, right? So I say this to say, yes, it would be awesome. Perhaps one day I'll start a nonprofit where I'm going to be helping individuals who are less fortunate than myself, right? And that person wasn't less fortunate. You chose to have your kid. You didn't really have to have it. Like, a lot of other things went in there. That's not my responsibility, right? But like, one day perhaps I'll have like a nonprofit organization or something where I can help people who are in situations where they actually need the help sometimes, right? So but even in this current moment of time, I do help people, right? My mom and I, we do give to people who are less fortunate than ourselves. Like if we travel to South America, even in New York, right, we gave out toys in New York to little kids for free, right? We gave out goodie bags to little kids in South America for free who are part of like, who are like in low income communities, right? So we do what we can, but we're never helping anybody if that's sacrificing our self-interest. And that can be seen as rude to you guys. That can be seen as mean to y'all. I don't really care. All right? Because you know what? We do what we can, but don't sacrifice your self-interest to help somebody else. Because unfortunately, I don't think somebody else is going to sacrifice their self-interest to help you, right? And low key, I feel like I know why that person asked me that question, because they see I'm saving the money. Like I'm saving like what, $10 to $11 every single day until the end of the year. And I've been updating y'all with the total, right? So people probably see that on social media and they're probably like, oh, she has this amount of $100 saved. That means she has a lot of money. No, it doesn't. It just means I save some of my income, right? And like, if I want to donate it, I can. I'm not going to donate it. I'll donate it to myself because I saved it, right? But like, I'll help people, but I'm not sacrificing my self-interest, right? I'll do what I want to do for me first, and then I'll help somebody else. So yeah, and I think you should, like Tom, if you don't want to do that, that is okay, but like never sacrifice yourself and your needs that you want and your desires to help somebody else, right? And there are people in the world who do that, but I guess I'm just not one of those individuals, right? What are we saying? Kat said, Mia, what exactly is Tom talking about? I don't know, Cats. Honestly, I really don't know what Tom is talking about either. I think they're just telling us, they may be writing a book or a poem because they're being very creative with it, but I really don't know what they're talking about. Hi, Ivan, how are you doing? Okay, let me plug in my phone. What's that? Okay, guys. Okay, let's read the comments. I'm beautiful, thank you. Am I in a studio? No, it looks like I'm in a studio, but no, I'm not. Why are you not charging? Why is my phone charging? Oh my god. Okay, it's charging. Do I believe in UFO like aliens? Yeah. Maybe not in the way we think they look, but for sure. I don't think we're the only planet that has life that a planet that can sustain human life. I don't think that. D Support said, what topics or skills do you love learning about? I don't know. Traveling, cross-cultural experiences where I'm actually in the country and like I get to speak to a local, or I get to eat the local food or see the local scenery. That's like the best life skills that I love learning about, honestly. Like I love learning about the history and the culture of a place when I travel to that place. I love learning about the fashion when I go to the stores in that place, for sure, right? I like learning about criminal justice, right? I like learning those topics, but yeah, it's cool. Yeah, hey Danny, how are you doing? Hey Best Boy, glad you could be here. You suck. Okay. Very bad. I don't like your videos. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Welcome from Indonesia. New friend from Kenya, welcome. What's up, Dennis? Hey Toxic. You remember me from earlier? Welcome back. Hey from India. I'm not your mommy. You can refer to me as uniquely Mia, also known as Mia. Digital said, please speak slowly. You're from India? Okay, welcome. I will do. Welcome from India. How are you doing today? Hey, food and travel. I'm from the United States. I'm doing good English. What's cooking? Nothing. You're an A student? Okay, nice. Hey, how are you doing? I'm Net. Glad you could be here. D Support said, do you want a fast-paced environment or something calm and steady? What do you mean? In regards to what? like a job or like my life, if I want a fast-paced environment or calm and steady, um, I don't know. Let's see. For my job, would I prefer? I mean, if there's like if I were to obtain a job, right? If somebody's hiring, I don't know, for like the big bucks jobs, I don't know. I'm a very flexible individual, right? So like my skills are very malleable. So like if I'm in a fast-paced environment, I have acquired skills throughout my education. I have acquired skills throughout my professional development experience to work in a fast-paced environment and excel in that fast-paced environment, right? But if I apply for a job and that organization is more so a slow and steady organization, I have definitely developed skills throughout my professional experience and my academic experience to thrive and excel in that slow and calm environment, right? Like I said, I have malleable skills so I can work strongly and excel in both positions, honestly, and in both environments. So yeah, what are we saying? What do you think is 31 Atlas, a comet or a spaceship craft? I honestly, I feel like I've heard of that name before, but I haven't done additional research, so I can't answer that question. I really can't because I would just be throwing something out there. Atlas, it does sound something space-like, outer space-like, right? But wait, did they say it's a comet though? I don't know. I did hear somebody on social media say that like NASA, the people who like launch spacecrafts, like shot something at like something. People were like an intergalactic war starting. Like people just like it's really crazy. I don't know, but I did hear somebody say that. I don't know how true it is, but yeah. Tommy said, "Would you who would win? Okay, in a fight, a Tyrannosaurus Rex or a car wash?" I think the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Yeah. I really don't know what it looks like, but I know it's a dinosaur, right? So I do think it would win in a car wash. What's the answer? Who do you think? Phenomenal. Okay, thank you. How are you doing today? Okay, so it's a comet, all right. That Atlas thingy. Alrighty, guys. So I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia, a dual degree graduate student studying public administration and criminal justice. I show you what my life is like. All opinion, people, and ideas are welcome as long as we communicate to each other in a kind and respectful way, guys. So how's your day going? Let me know. Excuse me, in this live stream, I went to the gym, had a chat with y'all session. Let me, if you have a question, if you have a comment you want to ask me, feel free to type it in the chat, right? You guys lead the discussion for the live stream, all right? So when a conversation tends to get a little bit quiet, that's an indicator that I may have to end the stream, right? But I'm gonna stay outside for a little bit. I'm gonna walk around, show you guys my campus a little bit. If you have any questions, feel free to type it. I'm trying to stream outside of my room today, particularly for two reasons. One, because there's no internet in my room, and when I get in my room, they tend to block the Wi-Fi for some reason. And two, when I stream in my room on weekends, YouTube likes to give me a false community guideline strike. So this live stream is just gonna occur outside of my room today. So yeah, what are we saying? Hey Nathan, how are you doing today? Hey Sir Adam. Sir Adam said, Mia, remember there's a fine line between intelligence and ignorance. Okay, no, I mean that can be true. But like, okay, what's the definition of ignorance? Honestly, I feel like I'm saying it wrong, right? That is true, but I feel like sometimes people who are quote unquote the second end of the spectrum, they're probably just really smart, right? And they just have no, what is it? No space. They just have no space for people who are not smart, who are not in their level, right? So they're not even open or willing to hear somebody who's making no sense, honestly. So I feel like, I guess there could be a fine line, Sir Adam. I don't know why you decided to type that for me. I guess I said something you disagreed with. You wanted to make me feel bad. I don't know. Just throwing it out there, right? But like, I feel like that's what those individuals are. So if somebody is ignorant, I feel like I'm saying really wrong for some reason, right? I do apologize for that. But I feel like if somebody's on the other end of the spectrum and you consider them to be super duper bragging about how smart they are, that's just because they just have no space to hear people who are not in their level of intelligence, right? So yeah, what are we saying? What are you saying? Okay. What's my ethnicity? I have a lot of different things for my ethnicity. What are we saying? Sherelle said, move a little left because, oh, the ceiling light. Okay. Move left or right. Okay. Ceiling light. I was wondering if that was like annoying y'all, because I did see the glare. All right. What are y'all saying? D Support said, what small projects can you start right now that builds towards your goal? I don't know. I have to critically think about that, honestly. Nathan said, doing good. Glad you're doing good. Glad you're doing good. Okay. What do you think are Brazilian people, Latino or Hispanic? It could be a mix of both. Honestly, I'll say a mix of both, most likely. I mean, you said it was a statement. Why you pointed to me? You put the pointing emojis. But, I mean, if you guys were to call me ignorant, right? I feel like I'm saying it wrong. I really wouldn't care, once again, too. But thank you for letting me know about that statement and your opinions on that statement. Because I feel like it's all about opinions. I remember when I was younger, my mom would always tell me to be humble, like have humility, right? And I feel like I do have humility, but I kind of drew a line. Like when it came to my academics, I'm like, I'm not going to be humble with it. I'm not, because I work hard. Like when it comes to my degrees, I'm not going to be humble with it. I work hard for it, and not everybody's able to achieve that. And for a while, my mom didn't like that. I remember for a long time particularly when I enrolled in higher education and I was excelling academically, my mom, she really didn't like that I would sometimes brag about how much I achieve academically, right? And she would often tell me, no matter how much you achieve, to make me feel bad sometimes, she would often say, no matter how much you achieve academically or how much grades you get, there's still people who probably got lower grades than you who have more successful careers. And that is so true. That is so true, right? And yes, it can be annoying sometimes, but at the end of the day, I do understand that not a lot of people have the opportunity to get the degrees that I have, right? And not get the degrees that I have, right? And sometimes people in my family have had the opportunities to get the degrees that I have, but they have not excelled at it. So I am no longer humble with my degrees, right? Sometimes, 9 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, I don't brag a lot about my degrees that I have, but particularly when I'm doing the active schoolwork to get it, because I feel like that could jinx you. But the minute I get that degree, the minute I graduate with that degree, I'm bragging about it, because I know when I was actively doing the schoolwork, I could not brag about it because I didn't want to. I didn't want to be humble with it, right? So yeah, when it comes to things that I've achieved in my life, if it comes across as me being at that, I don't want to say, because I'm gonna get it wrong, but yeah, if it comes across as me being annoying or I don't know, bragging about it, whatever, I do apologize that y'all feel that way, but that's what I'm doing, right? Because I was humble for a super duper long time with it, and even though there are people who are more successful, who have less grades than myself, that's good for them. That's good for them. You brag about what you have, and that's what I have at this current moment of time. One day it's gonna work out for me for sure. So yeah, but no, I am not a doctor. Hey Jay, how are you doing? Okay, what are you saying? Sarah said it wasn't directed towards you. I have a coworker who thinks she's so smart, but she's truly just ignorant. Okay, right. But how do you know she's truly like that though? What if she could be really smart for herself? Like, how do you know she's truly like that? Like, that's your opinion. And that's the thing, though. We really got to be very careful with opinion. There are some people, I do agree, in society, there are some individuals who just say, and I don't know your coworker, but I'm just saying this as a general statement because you're making me think, but there are definitely some individuals in society, political figures sometimes, who just say some things, and like people who are no longer, just people in individual, people throughout history and people in modern society, sometimes they'll say things and like generally it's just like, it's not positive, it's not good things, right? But I feel like when we come to people saying, because remember, intelligence, I don't want to say intelligence is subjective, but intelligence is like, it's like beauty is in the eye of the beholder in a way. We can compare intelligence to that, right? So the way I would define my intelligence, I am book smart, right? If I am enrolled in a program, I can do the research, I can study, and I can excel. So I am book smart, right? But when it comes to street smart, right? If I go in the country, I'm not going to survive, right? I'm going to go to somebody else who actually did that, but that individual may not be book smart, right? So in the content, and like, And even sometimes on the live streams, it happens, right? I'll be speaking about a topic that I'm knowledgeable about, like criminal justice or public administration, or like something that I've researched or from a researcher's perspective. And people say I'm dumb. People say I am not the smartest person. Like, people will not agree with me when I'm like, I actually did this. I actually did the schoolwork. I actually studied. What do you mean? What do you mean that you're right and you never even studied this topic and I'm wrong, right? I've come across people like that. And I feel like it relates to the idea of we can't change people's opinions, right? So your coworker could be really smart, but maybe for you, Sir Adam, maybe she said something you don't like, or maybe she's just over bragging, right? Or maybe she just shared a false opinion, so it's coming across as being negative towards you, when in actuality, she could be smart, right? She may not be smart, right? Smartness is in the eye of the beholder. Same thing, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, because people will say the most incorrect things. I've seen it. People say the most incorrect things, and towards the person they're saying, that person's like, yeah, you're smart, you're a genius, but it's the most wrong thing that person is saying. What's wrong with y'all? So yeah. So let's remember, it's okay to share our opinions. It's okay to communicate and continue to share your opinions. This is what the channel is all about, right? But remember, at the end of the day, it's all opinions. Everything that we speak about, it's literally all opinions. The only thing we can say that is factual, right? Only thing that we can say factual. Even like as myself as a researcher, when research studies are conducted and when a correlation shows that this exists between two things, you can't, sorry, ew. You still can't say that's factual when a correlation exists, right? Because like an example, criminal justice example, more comprehensible, I used it before. African Americans are disproportionately represented in the criminal justice system. I say that all the time, and when you look at the statistics, you see that in the statistics, but yet we can't say that's a fact, right? Because one day that could change. Correlations doesn't mean causations, right? Right? So the only thing that we could say that is fact is what? Life and death. We know we're going to be born sometimes. You know you're going to die one day, as morbid as it sounds, right? So those are the only two factual things that exist. Everything outside of that, in my opinion, it's an opinion. It could be a widely believed opinion. It's like religion, most controversial thing ever. At the end of the day, religion is an opinion that a large amount of people believe. So everything except life and death, in my opinion, it's just an opinion. So yeah. I know we went a long way with it, but I wanted to get my point across really clear for y'all. What are we saying? I don't know why I like boys and girls. I mean, I don't know why you like boys and girls either. I guess just because maybe you have family members who are boys, family members who are girls. I have family members who are girls. I have family members who are boys, and I like them. Sometimes they're annoying, but like at the end of the day, if you're my family, I'll like you to an extent, right? So yeah. What are we saying? Welcome from Arizona. These topics are so important to humanity. Kat said, Mia, I'm doing, ooh, the needle punching. Okay, cool. And eating some tiny cucumbers, I thought. Oh, you bought from Trader Joe's? Okay, awesome. Are you eating it with like dip? I see people eat them with like dip sometimes. You bought yesterday, so I'm in the background. Okay, thank you so much for letting me know. Hopefully the needle punching goes pretty good. I feel like that's very Victorian era of you. One day I want to try it. I feel like I did do needle punching on a cruise one time, but I'm not 100% sure if it was the same exact thing, but very Victorian era, and then being healthy with the mini cucumbers. Do you know some veterans? I don't know any veterans. Yeah. I don't know anybody who was in the military. Don't get those benefits, but no. Sirius said, okay, you're a scientist and nobody knows, LOL. Well, I know now and everybody else on the stream, so thank you so much for sharing. That's awesome. I was a high school jock, okay? So everyone thinks I'm dumb or a Nepo baby, but your boy got some brains on him, but I like to keep people guessing. Okay, cool. It is good to keep people guessing too sometimes. So yeah. God bless you as well, Jackie. Hey, how are you doing? Pizar. Hey, how are you doing? Jose, glad you could be here. I do not read or speak English. Okay. What are we saying? Thank you, FedEx. You're pretty as well. Your woke failed you. When you guys say woke, what is that? I kind of somewhat understand what woke is, but I feel like I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% sure. When you say woke, do you just mean somebody who's very outspoken and going against the norm? Is that what you mean? Or is somebody who's advocating for, I guess, equality in a way? Is that what you mean? What do you mean when you say woke? Kat said, of course, no actual substance is what Fasar saying. You're pretty as well, that girl. Hey, Solomon, you're beautiful as well. Good evening from Nigeria. What's like in Nigeria today? You love my face. Thank you. I love my face as well. I'm from the United States. Why would I be upset that I don't know anybody who's a veteran? Why would I be upset about that? Jackie said, hello, God bless you. God bless you as well. Okay, thank you so much, Twisted, for the clarification. So woke is PC and progressive. Like the computer PC? That's what I think I always say PC. But I understand what progressive is. Why would you say my progressiveness failed me? If you look at history, being progressive has never failed anybody. Like, what? Progressive is like advocating for change. Okay, politically correct. Okay. Yeah, so why would you say being politically correct and progressive has failed me? If you look at history, being politically correct and progressive has never failed anybody. Yeah, why'd you say that? It doesn't make sense to me. Misinformation right there, probably. I look exhausted. Oh, I think because I'm reading down, because I remember. Sorry, 1 second. I forgot what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh no, I'm a little exhausted. I came from the gym, but if it looks like I'm tired, or I've seen people say I have sleepy eyes. If it looks like that, it's because I have to look down when I read the comments. So like the camera's positioned up, my eyes are going down, so that's why. D Support said, what will you regret not doing if you don't start now? I don't know. Travel. I travel a lot. I give the most basic answer. I feel like, I guess that's me continuously manifesting that I travel. But what will I regret not doing if I don't start now? I feel like that reminds me of a High School Musical song. I don't know which one though. I don't know. What will I regret doing if I don't start now? I try not to regret anything, honestly. Like, sometimes I'll say I should have done this, right? But at the end of the day, I feel like that's just me saying stuff. I feel like at its core, you can't change anything. So, like, if you can't change anything, what's the point of regret to make yourself feel bad? So, I feel like I try really hard not to make myself feel bad. Because when I do, it really brings down my mood sometimes. That was a little loud. But, so yeah, I try not to regret things, but I don't know. What will I regret if I don't start now? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Kat said they're just saying stuff, Mia. They typically repeat random things and don't have a logical reason for it. Thank you so much for letting me know that, Kat. Yeah, I am somewhat seeing that, especially like when I don't get follow-ups on my questions sometimes. I can understand the perspective for sure. Hey Harold, how are you doing today? Glad you could be here. What are we saying? Hey Godzilla. Thousands are intoxicated by the joy of these eyes. My heart has thousands of stories connected with them. Okay. Hey, how are you doing? Jay, glad you could be here. I have a nice face. Thank you so much. Hey, Kumar. Hey, where are you from? I'm from the United States. Where are you from? I think any poor country. Yeah, you're in timeout for that. You can't be saying stuff like that. Hey Nugget, how are you doing? Facts, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is different. wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is different. That is true. I do agree with that. That's a great statement for sure.